Now, what was that? Nurture. From the time we're young, we are taught sexuality and things of that nature. We're taught how to behave as human, moral value, all that. Alright? Now, men are naturally attracted to females. But this is a learned trait we learn from our parents. We learn what a man should act like and what a woman should act like from our parents. Now, if your parents choose to teach you, all people are like cats, then you'll probably end up growing up acting like a cat. I was watching something from John Walsh, or Matt Walsh, that's his name. And I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, and I agree with something he says, just like most people. But he brings up a point that this scientist called John Money did experiments on people, especially kids. And long story short, he made a boy grow up as a girl because of some freak accident that happened when he was a kid. When both kids became adults, they became drug addicts and killed themselves. Now, most people don't talk about this, and I didn't even know about it till I watched Matt Walsh, and I started looking it up, and I was like, damn, this dude was the main founder of this whole gender and sexuality thing and all that. And everybody want to talk about, kids are born to feel this way, and it's all programming, man. I talked about this in another video where I talked about how we're conditioned to act certain ways. And nurture is directly related to conditioning, because you condition someone from the time they're born to act a certain way, they will pick up those traits over time. And you don't really got to do that much. Pavlov's dogs proved that experiment, really. And I talk about that in another video. But long story short, what Pavlov did, he took dogs and he treated them a certain way. And he did experiments on them and found out he was able to control how they act based on how he treated them with certain situations. So one experiment he did, I'll use an example, as a bell. He would ring a bell every time he fed the dog. And then he found out from doing this, when he rung a bell and he didn't give the dog food, the dog would salivate and start to act irate because he would expect food because he always heard the bell when he got food. Human beings are pretty much a giant version of this experiment. You know what I'm saying? If you teach your kid that a man can dress like a woman and say that if you're born a man, meaning you shoot sperm out, you have nuts, you can reproduce as a male. You decide, I want to be a woman. Somewhere along your life, somebody instilled that in you to think that way. Just like with me. I was raised that men are men. We make love to women. And that's how I was raised. And I'm happy I was raised that way because that's the natural order of things. But now, since everybody got feelings about stuff, and like I said, I ain't shaming nobody. I'm just telling you how it is, man. The fact that everybody seems to think that you can just automatically change who you are because you feel that way on the inside. And that sounds like a personal problem to me. Like I said, you got to believe in yourself. Love yourself for who you are and who you were born as. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll tell you what, honestly, I don't get a lot of females. I don't be out here in the dating market because I got too much stuff to worry about. I got to worry about my music. I got to worry about my personal life, my dog. I got gout. You know what I'm saying? So that causes enough issues with me in my personal life where I've been focused on getting my money right. Because as everyone knows these days, it's hard to find a job and everybody's struggling, especially me. And so with a business that has to, pay these fees to do music and whatnot, I produce everything that I make. So I can't just go to an outside studio and be like, here's the money, do this for me. I got to do all that. It's a lot of responsibility having a business. Anybody out there that has a business know exactly what I mean. You got to pay taxes. You got to make sure you got the equipment you need to do the stuff you need to do. It's a lot of work. Okay. But anyway, back to, I could talk about that all day. Anybody that's watched my channel for knows about my music, KB Production. If you ain't heard my music, check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about enlightening yourself, getting that mind open. And that brings on another topic. A big thing that's big in the whole community, people is saying, I'm woke. If you're truly woke, as y'all claim to be, then you will recognize the things in society that are jacked up without someone pointing them out to you, which can lead to depression. I guarantee it. You're not gonna be able to walk outside and be like, oh, dude, this is jacked up. You're gonna see so much messed up stuff in the world that it's gonna make you go a little bit crazy if you actually woke. You feel what I'm saying? And that brings another part of the nurture part. Stop being so obsessed with physical things in this world, people. That's the big problem. Everybody's so concerned with the things you can hold in this world. You can get money, sexual value, all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to make love the way you was when you was younger. You're going to get older. You're not going to look as good. Your money might last, but your health ain't going to last as long as your money. But hands down, bottom line. So take care of yourself and love yourself for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Look at Kanye West. Look at Donald Trump. Look at all these rich people in the world. There's more rich people killing themselves right now during this pandemic than poor people. You know why? Because people with money are usually miserable. Because they didn't take the time to take care of their mind. At the end of the day, your mind is the only thing you got that's going to keep you above the damn struggles. The money helps and all that, but if you ain't got a good, solid mind that's open to the things around you that can see through all the bullshit in this world, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. Let's say, for instance, like the Kardashians, Will Smith, Johnny Depp, all this other shit going on. They're dealing with a lot of these people on both sides dealing with unstable shit in their mind. Dr. Dre's wife. This man worked to build an empire with music. He changed the whole music industry as a whole, but yet he has to pay his wife because she took some dick from him. What kind of nonsense is that? If the roles were flipped and she was a producer and the man said, I deserve to have money because I was with this person, people would be furious. People would be throwing riots. People would be boycotting Dr. Dre. But because she's a woman, it's all right. And all these feminists of this new generation keep on talking about, we want equality. We want equality. Well, guess what? Equality means that you get treated equally as a man, which has never existed in society. You can be fair, but equality has never existed among people. Because there's always going to be someone with more than you. And equality means everybody gets the same thing. Now, you can be treated fairly and get the same opportunity, but that doesn't mean that you're also going to get success rate the same way. It takes a lot of work. Use my music career as an example. I make music to help people think about things going on in society, but yet I hear people on the radio that I feel personally, you know, if you turn on the song and all someone's talking about is money, alcohol, booze, and all the things in your life that will ruin it, how is that person making the world better with music? But then you get an artist that comes out and talks about real situations going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Brother Ali. You know what I'm saying? UGK. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Atmosphere. Hilltop Hoods. Tech Nine, strange music as a whole, but yet Drake is one of the most popular musicians, and all he ever talks about is relationship problems, sleeping with other females. And that's one thing I never understood. How you gonna complain about a female treating you bad when you cheated on her the whole time you was with her? What kind of nonsense is that? Like, I turn on music to feel better about myself and help me forget about the problems going on in my life, and maybe give me like a little bit of hope. If you're making music and you're not inspiring hope, then what are you doing? You feel me? A lot of people don't get that when I say that. But if you go through your life, you know what I'm saying, and you don't do anything, at least inspire hope in people. That's the least you can do as a person. What's that dude's name? Steve Jobs. Made all this money, and at the end of the day, he died because he couldn't get a transplant. All the money, all the riches, had all the females, everybody wanted to be him, but he still died as a young man, technically. It makes you really think about it. I think about this stuff all the time, man. This is just basic thoughts to me. You know what I'm saying? But I try to share this stuff with y'all so y'all can understand that the game is rigged, man. The people out there controlling the world, and I don't really talk about them that much, man, because I ain't even trying to have these motherfuckers target me. But Freemasons, Illuminati, it's all these different organizations. They go by many different names. You know what I'm saying? The Illuminati is just a distraction tool. Just like this whole Will Smith thing. Just like this whole Johnny Depp thing. Just like this whole Dr. Dre getting divorced thing. They use things like this to distract you from the real issues going on. So I'm telling you, the big thing that everybody's missing right now going on in the world, everybody's focused on Ukraine and all this other stuff. But I want y'all to think about something for a minute. Everybody listening. Beyond this whole nurture versus nature thing. Because all this plays into it. Prices keep going up on groceries. Now stay with me here for a minute. Inflation is going up. And then they get on the news and they complain about losing money. Every time the economy starts slipping down, they raise consumer prices. So we have to pay more for stuff. I know I'm not the only one that hasn't noticed when you go to the store. And groceries is expensive as hell now. But all the stuff like ramen noodles and stuff like that, of that nature, the cheap foods, you know what I'm saying? Chips, you know, full of salt and shit and preservatives. You can go buy that shit still cheap. But if you try to go buy chicken, any kind of meat in general, the skyrocket prices. Vegetables, skyrocket prices. And then they complain about this inflation affecting the stuff that we're buying and people not spending as much. And the crazy part about it is the same people complaining about it in the government are the same people raising the prices. But we're too busy worried about Ukraine and everybody else to actually see what's happening. Another thing I'll point out to you. Our government has given billions of dollars to other countries to help them with all sorts of stuff. But yet, someone like me that was born in America has to beg for help when they need it. And people that look just like me and just as poor as me have to beg for help from the government. But they can go give money to all these other countries. It's like, oh, America's doing a lot better. There's a lot of people hungry and starving in America that can't afford food. Can't get jobs. Can't take care of their family. I'm lucky I only got a dog and I live by myself. If I had a kid right now, man, it would be horrible for my kid if I had a kid. Because I fall in that little group that everybody says only 10% of people go through this. I'm always in that 10%. And to anybody out there that's in that 10% with me, keep your head up. Know your self-worth. Because one day your reward will come for that. Keep your faith, loyalty, honor, and respect. Without these things in life, you have nothing. And that's the big problem with the whole situation right there, man. Like, we get so distracted with the physical things in this world that don't mean shit. At the end of the day, your looks, you could be the best person giving out dick or pussy out there. Guess what? In 50 years, it ain't gonna be good at all. Might still be good to you, but you ain't gonna be nowhere near where you at right now. I'm 30, about to be 31. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you hit 80, 90, you ain't gonna look the same. Your looks is gonna be gone. You gonna barely want to make love to anybody because you're gonna be too damn tired. All the stuff that we look for in other people eventually just goes away. That's why I don't get why everybody's out here. All these females, they want a guy with 6-pack, 12-inch dick, fucking cars, mansions, can take her on vacation. But guess what? All that shit that you looking for in a person ain't gonna last. And then when all that's gone, what you gonna have? If you didn't love that person, then you gonna be sitting there miserable. And that's why so many people are getting divorced now. Because when you really look at it, man, they're marrying for the wrong things. Marry someone because you love them. I watch so many people give out advice about relationships and marriage and shit. And I talk about it too. But the one thing no one ever talks about is love. Do you love that person? And true love is, true people, everybody thinks they know what love is. And, hey, I'm part of the group too. I got my certain things I feel. But love to me is helping somebody walk. You know what I'm saying? I got a homie. I ain't gonna say his name on there, but his fiance about to be, well, I'll call him his wife, because that's his wife. He love that girl. He love her, man. I've never seen two people so in love in my life, man. But you know what I'm saying? She's going through things with her leg and being able to walk and stuff, and he's sitting there helping her out. That's love right there. When you gotta help your spouse walk up the stairs, when your spouse needs help in the bathroom because they can't move right, when your spouse needs to get a wheelchair, when you have to sit there in a hospital with somebody, that's love right there. And it can't be measured by any physical thing you can hold in your hand, man. Love is a unconditional thing. You accept that person for who they are unconditionally. And you help them through anything they go through. That's why in marriage vows, it has till death do us part. Through sickness and in health. Through rich or poor. Because if someone really love you, I'm telling you, and you with them, they'll stay with you while you broke and help you get money. If the person you with ain't helping you build something, then that's a bad relationship, man. Because when you down, your partner's supposed to be able to pick you up. That's what my parents have been doing my whole life. When my dad's down, my mom picks him up. When my mom's down, my dad picks her up. And it's a partnership. You got to work together, and it takes a lot of work, and it's very stressful, and it's not easy. That's just my view on it, man. Like I say, y'all can take what y'all want to from this video, but the biggest thing I'm trying to point out is, man, nurture versus nature. They have very big roles in the things we do in life and how we perceive things. And if we as people do not start looking past all this physical stuff that everybody wants, y'all gonna be miserable as hell. I'm telling you, you can find somebody that could make love to you so good that your whole body go numb. But if they don't love you, it ain't gonna mean shit. And I've seen it happen time and time again in my life. You know what I'm saying? So don't be distracted by all this bullshit going on around you, and keep your eyes open. Because it's about to get rough out here. And it's not gonna get no easier no time soon. So you gotta be woke. You feel me? You gotta be able to see past the stuff going on in society. You gotta be able to see past all the BS. Because one thing I'm telling y'all, it ain't gonna get easier. They shooting and killing poor people and black people. Now they done got to the point they don't even care if you black. They shooting white people the same way they've been shooting black people for years. And now everybody want to get all, oh, this is wrong. They shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't have been doing it the whole time. Any injustice is an injustice. You feel me? Most people don't get that. So don't fall for the trap, man. I talk about that in my other video too, man. The history of racism or something like that. Can't remember. I do a lot of different stuff, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it don't matter what you're going through. It's how you deal with it. Because everybody's going through something. So don't put your problems on other people. And love yourself for who you are. Is pretty much the biggest thing I can tell you out of this, man. So don't worry about your personal looks and all that. When you find the person you're supposed to be with, God will lead you to him. And they will accept you for who you are. You know, broken teeth, all that. You know, whether you big or not. I'm a big dude. I understand. I be seeing big people getting shamed out there. Oh, this person's fat. This person's this. Everybody's not meant to be the same size. That's another part of nature right there, too. Some people are bigger than others. Some animals are bigger than the others. Everybody ain't meant to be the same size and have all the same stuff. And I'm telling you, if you had stuff different than what you had, there's an old saying. I'll leave y'all with this. This is an old saying. That this old head told me a while back, man. He was like, if you sitting here and you feel like the problems you dealing with in your life are bad, imagine if you could throw your problems into a pool. And let's say, like my issue, gout. I throw my problems with gout into the pool. Then next thing you know, I pull out another problem in replacement of mine. And then I get a crazy wife, a kid that don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? You could get a problem way worse than what you're dealing with. You could go from having gout to being paralyzed and not being able to move at all. You can't even feel your legs. And you're going to be sitting there wishing I wish I could just pull my problems back out and take them. So be thankful for the things you're going through, because it could be a lot worse. Someone out there is doing a lot worse than you are. And just, you know, try to be accepting of one another, man. Because at the end of the day, we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting your problems and how you feel about yourself on other people. You know what I'm saying? And just stop being crazy. Stop being crazy about certain shit, man. Everybody want a ball. Pimp C said it, man. Everybody want a ball, paper planes, and Adderall. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't for what I'm saying, I guess you watching the wrong video, because I put it pretty plain out there for you. You know what I'm saying? I try to take what I'm saying, you know, because I talk about this stuff in my music all the time, but then I notice a lot of people just don't get it. So I make videos like this to kind of break it down, man. In my new single, The Decimation of Hate and Fly Away, I talk about that, man. In the hook is woke up this morning with the blues on my mind. Went to the kitchen and there's no food to find. Woke up this morning with the blues in my heart. Turned on the news and found out people got shot. You feel what I'm saying there? There's bigger issues going on in society than worrying about if someone calls you a he or a she or pansexual or this and that. Kids getting shot. Grown-ass people getting shot. People getting murdered. And this is the craziest thing about all of it. More Americans are killed by other Americans than any other war we've ever been in. All together. You can take all the wars we've been in, add up all those deaths, and it wouldn't even equal to the amount of people killed by other Americans. So if you really want to make a difference, stop worrying about if someone called you a he or a she when you want to be called a it or whatever the fuck y'all talking about. Because at the end of the day, there's a whole lot more going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a king. That's how I feel on the inside. You feel me? I'm not going to sit there and worry about someone treat me like I'm a peasant when I know that I'm more valuable than that. Because at the end of the day, only you can know your self-worth. You know what I'm saying? And you don't. Shit. Listen to Pimp C and you'll understand it one of these days, maybe. With that said, man, I'm going to leave y'all with this last thought, man. Try to do something good for another person around you, man. If you see somebody in trouble, help them out. Don't pull out your camera and record it. If you see something bad happening to somebody, go over there and help that person. And you'll be surprised how much better it makes you feel at the end of the day, man. And stop worrying about all this shit celebrities is doing and all this other shit. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you what, the entertainment business, celebrities, movies, all this other shit in society, that Hollywood in general, man, it's a big ass, fake ass fraud shit, dude. I've been making music for 3 years, dog. I get overlooked by damn near everybody. I got homies in the music business that don't even acknowledge me for the shit that I'm doing. But when I talk to them in person, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh man, I'm feeling what you're doing, this and that. And, you know, you can't let that shit get to you. Know what you're worth. And put your faith in God. And everything will go the way it needs to go, man. But that message was just on my heart, so I had to get that to y'all, man. And it's, you know, just trying to keep y'all woke, man. Stay aware of the things going on around you, man. It's like I said, it's going to get rough. And you don't believe me, read Revelations in the Bible. There's a lot of stuff written in there that's happening right now around us that a lot of people are ignoring. Stop worrying about if Will smacked Jada and all this other shit. Stop worrying about the Will Smith smacking Chris Rock shit. It don't matter, man, at the end of the day. Worry about your life. Because your life is the only thing that you have control over. And even with that, you only have a little bit of control. But you can control how it goes and what you choose to do in it. But really don't know how to end my videos at the time, but I was ending y'all with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Been trying to find I watch Willie D. Leave y'all with some comedy. I watch Willie D and he got this no one will talk thing at the end of his videos. And I've been trying to get you know what I'm saying? A little catchphrase for mine, you know, kind of something I like to say. I'll just use this one, man. Something I like to say a lot that most people probably get offended by, but I don't care. But it's your life. Just keep me out of it. You feel me? At the end of the day, I don't want your problems on my plate. Anybody that puts their problems on other people is a fool. Because that person that you putting your problems on got their own set of problems. So respect yourself. Loyalty, honor, and respect. Guess that's the best thing I can leave y'all with, man. And know your self-worth. So that means also, too, just shouting out, man. Ladies, men and men, respect yourselves. Don't be out here just screwing everybody, dipping your genitals wherever. Because I'm telling you, there's some shit out there that will kill you. I done had homies I went to college with, high school with, that thought they was ballers. Just going around doing whatever. Know your self-worth, man. If you treat yourself as the most valuable asset in your life, you'll be surprised how much better your life will get. Even when you're struggling. You feel me? And you ain't the only one. I'm out here struggling too. Just know, you can make it. As long as you keep trying. Don't give up. And don't let the devil beat you. Have a good day, y'all.